Hello, hello, hello. So, for those of you who are here, I'm assuming you are on YouTube because Facebook is being wonderful. Yes, everybody's from YouTube. Shoot! As you recall, this happened a few months ago, and then probably about 5 months ago, it's a glitch with my streaming service and Facebook. So I'm glad you found me, but I was concerned that this was happening. So I went out and I found it on Facebook because I've promoted it a few places. So let's see if it's blocked everywhere. So, and my phone's going off because my peeps are letting me know. Okay, so let me go. You know, this has to happen because with me only going live once a month, I need some technical drama, right? Okay, so I don't see it there. Live. Oh, it says event ended. Yeah, that's not good. That just figures because I got some really good promotion from Honey C Golden today. So, shoot. But that is how my luck is lately. Exactly how my luck has been lately. Let me just see if there's anywhere else. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to deal with some technical stuff and I'm probably not going to be able to do anything. I'm so disappointed. But you know what this means? This means I'll have to do this again, right? Because that's what happens when I have technical difficulties. So let me just check one other place. All right, so let me put a comment out there. For those of you who managed to find me despite the difficulties with Facebook, I don't know why this happens, but this is not unusual. Let's just see. Ooh. Okay. All right. So I'm putting a comment out there now. If I could spell technical Facebook difficulties. So we'll do a redo Sunday night. And we'll do Facebook only. Because then I won't have to go through my restream. Unless I figure out a workaround. Okay, sorry about that. It just figures. That's how my luck goes. Yes, Valerie, my Facebook is glitchy tonight with the restream service that I pay for. Very frustrating. So, and when I first went live, I went out and checked, and it was working. So it's very easy to go live, but not quite so easy when you pay for a restream that doesn't always connect. Thank you, Caroline. That was wonderful. Let's see who we got here. So we got Marina. So Marina, what country are you in currently? Did you make it to Iceland? And Caroline, I think you're new. Lorna, Amanda, Chris, Susan. Let's see who else we got here. Valerie, welcome, Valerie. And there is Joan. Welcome, Joan. Yes, let's focus on the good stuff. Oh, and Jane. Jane's here. Wonderful. And Renee's here. And is it Melee? Melee. Cool name. Okay. So tonight we're going to talk about, oh gosh, has November been extra tired for you? I tell you, I just can't seem to get enough sleep, and it's only November 1st. Sort of crazy, but it's all about the energies. So for those of you who don't know, I've been playing around with automatic writings. And if you're my client, you might have gotten a few things in your email after the fact. And I think on the group page, I did post a group thing too. And I've got another one coming up that I'll put in the newsletter. And then tonight, we're going to do a drawing in YouTube. So if you type the word drawing, I'll do a quick little game checker thing that will select someone that they will get a free automatic writing. And it's not anything long or in depth. Maybe it's 3 sentences or 5 sentences, but the energy generally is pretty good. I really have enjoyed doing them. So yeah. What else are we gonna do? So we're already late for the healing pulse. So let's start. Actually, you saw my advertisement coming up too. Sorry, just a little crazy when these technical things go up. So, and both my assistants are sleeping. So you probably, little Duncan, were you sleeping? So my little energetic helper, usually when I do energy work, he's like right here with me. Do you need some energy? Yep, you perk up. Okay, so let's start with a healing pulse. So with this, the wonderful thing about a healing pulse is the energy goes to where you direct it, and you receive your own healing frequencies plus mine. And it works well on physical things, or if you have emotional things going on or some anxiety, what I want you to do is rub your hands together and place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. And then imagine my hands upon yours. And then just breathe in that energy. And the most important part is just allow the energy to flow. We'll do a couple more of these during the hour. And so just breathe this in. And generally, with each breath in, imagine the healing going a little deeper, a little further till it reaches exactly to where it needs to go. As you're breathing out, imagine you are releasing and removing what doesn't belong, what doesn't serve you. If you're sensitive to energies, you might feel a pulse, which is how it got its name. You might feel a tingle. You might feel heat. You might feel cold. Or some people don't feel anything. And I used to be one of those people. There are times when I don't always feel things. So if that's you, don't feel bad, because that's something that is changeable. So just breathe that in. Okay, that was our first healing pulse of the night. We will be doing a couple more, and we'll do some other things too. So tonight we're going to also do some individual healing. So for my regulars, you know what to do. For those of you who are new, if you've got something you're working on, something you want help with healing, something that maybe you're sort of stuck, put what you need help with in the comments. And I've got my list. Would you believe today is show number 149? So a little crazy. You'd think after 149 shows I'd have a clue about going live. Yeah, that's just so irritating. And this is, I think, my third year with my streaming service. And I keep saying, oh, I'm going to switch. And then it comes time to renew and I don't. But anyways, enough of my whining. All right, so who's going first? Ooh, I missed a few comments. Ooh, and there's some people doing drawing. Good. All right, Valerie's going to go first. Just because. All right, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody here. And I did, but Valerie's going first just because she had. Ooh, and there goes my other line. Okay, never mind. All right, this Valerie's going first because she had a medical procedure today. All right, so Valerie needs leg heat radiating. All right, Amanda, noise anxiety. Explain that just a bit if you can, Amanda. Is the anxiety creating sort of like the noise in your head, or is there noise creating anxiety? All right, so Renee, ankles and feet swelling. That sounds uncomfortable. Caroline. Inner child scared. Inner child scared. Fairy magic. That's wonderful. Coming online. There's a little exercise we'll probably do with you, Caroline, and anyone else who wants to participate. Oh, Marina. I can see you in Norway. Okay, so Marina, nice job in Norway. Did you look at Svalbard? I told you that's my favorite place. Plus, I don't think you need a visa at all for the island. You just need a job. All right, Dora. High sugar levels. I have that my issue myself. I work on it almost every day. It's a little crazy, but sometimes you're meant to have certain challenges. But still, I understand what you're going through. Space for Grace. Oh, that's a cool name. So my niece and nephew were NASA employees for Halloween. They're wearing their little astronaut jumpsuits. It was pretty funny. Okay, stiffness, ache. The next time we do a healing pulse, Grace, make sure that's where you target the energy. Groin to knee. All right, so Valerie, I'm adding you again. We'll do legs. Smell it. Okay, so we've got body pain, back, legs, swelling. Oh, there's Donna. Welcome, Donna. Nice to see you. A torn meniscus. That doesn't sound very good. You sisters, I tell you. Meniscus. Right knee. Okay. Thank you for that explanation. So it's outside noise. Oh, Joan, I love that. Space for grace. Okay, Lorna, right here. Sorry, it takes me a while to write everybody down, but I keep track. All right, so Jane, nervousness before a medical procedure. So next healing pulse for Jane, send it to where you feel the anxiousness, okay? That nervousness. No worries, Marina. I thought you'd get a kick out of them. Star, peace. That's a good one, Star. Peace. Sounds like a bit of chaos with job at a new home. Okay. Hi, Sissy. Many of you have leg stuff going on. We might have to do some focus on that. You know, I'll bring out my book on you guys. Oh, Melee's got your feet too. We'll see. I might not. Well, I know I'm not going to get to all those. Both feet. But all you guys with physical issues, that's where your next healing pulse should go, okay? Okay, let's see. I think I got everybody. All right, I'm going to go through the list of names. If I don't say your name, that means I missed you. So I apologize, but put it back in the comments, okay? So I've got Valerie, Amanda, Renee, Caroline, Marina, Dora, Space for Grace, Melee, Donna, Joan, Lorna, Jane, Star, and Sissy. So I'm going to start at the top. Valerie, let's see what we're going to do. So, and for those of you who are familiar with the emotion code, I do something similar to that. Although I am certified in the emotion code, I have taken it and done things to other lists that I find more effective for me. So that's what we're doing. So I just need to pick some lists. So what I do is I look for emotional reasons why you're having issues that you're having, because trapped emotions can oftentimes lead to physical trauma and sensitivity to other things too. So let's see what we're going to do. We're going to do that one. All right, so I'm going to use my inherited issue list, but also emotions, sensations, and behaviors list. Didn't I? Yep, sissy too. Sissy legs. All right. So, all right, so Valerie, I'm looking at emotions, sensations, and behaviors. All right, so with this, I'm getting the energy of worthless. Valerie, let me get you an age. 26. So as many of you heard, ages are the hardest thing to pinpoint. So usually this is in plus or minus a year. So it's 25, 26, 27, somewhere in there. Welcome, Heather. Just put what you want to work on in the comments. So releasing and removing worthless. And so with this, you can assist by helping me release. Normally I can release pretty much a trapped emotion, but I've found, especially the last year, there seems to be some residual energies left. And so if you help, it's usually even more successful. And a lot of this is intention. And if you hang out long enough in the next few shows, you'll probably learn how to clear those too. All right, so releasing and removing worthless from Valerie. So that released. Next, we've got Amanda. She's having trouble with noise from the outside affecting her and amping up her anxiety. Amanda, at the very end, we're going to do something called aura strengthening. I think that will help you. And with your aura, we're going to pretend it's sort of like a muscle that you need to strengthen and help protect you so that you aren't so sensitive to outside influences. Okay? But let's see, because I am getting that there's more to it. So let's see what. All right. So, Amanda, let's see. So this is something that's not like the number one cause, but it's something that's contributing to that anxiety amping up. And this might be related to a sensitivity or an event. So I'm getting sorrow. Let me get an age for that. Hold on, I'm having trouble pinpointing an age. I'm getting sorrow around age 13, so that means somewhere 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there. So I'm going to go ahead and release it. And so, Amanda, just focus on letting it lessen. This doesn't take away any value from those feelings, but it takes away anything that's sort of rigid and stuck. And if you're sensitive to energies, you might feel a lessening, you might feel a lifting. But you also might not feel it because that's not everybody feels everything. Okay, so that released. All right, so Renee, ankles, feet swelling. Let's see, how many reasons are there for ankles and feet swelling? Will one do it? Renee, I'm getting one could do it. Let's see. So this is the biggest reason why? Yes. Okay. Oh, and it comes up with a word I hardly know how to say. Usually I think my vocabulary is pretty Okay, am I back? I hope so. Oh, good. Thank you. All right. So the next word is a word I don't think has ever come out loud. Lascivious behavior. And it's a semi-technical term. And I just need to see. Oh, good. Glad I'm back. So let me get an alternative word for this. Because we're still on Renee with ankles and feet swelling. Lost. Let me get an age for you for this, Renee. $15. So somewhere 14, 15, 16. So let's go ahead and release this. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's good. I'm just glad you guys are here, putting up with all the issues. Okay, so some of you can hear and some can't. All right, so going back to Renee, lost around 15. So let's release that. Caroline is next. So Caroline, her inner child is scared about a situation. And so let's just see. Well, my regulars know when bad things happen, good things will happen too, because we'll do another show. Almost done, Caroline. Let's just see. So I'm getting this is inherited through your lineage from your father's side, numbness. And so part of this is, usually when numbness, when bad things happen, you just feel numb. So that's sort of a context of how it occurred. Patsy, we can try. Have you tried something called oil pulling, Patsy? It's Ayurvedic, and I use it a lot if I have tooth pain. Thank you for the feedback, Renee. All right, so let's see, Caroline. So we've got father's side. So like father's side is one generation back, grandfather, grandmother, 2 generations. So it's great. There's 3. Is it past? So it's your great grandfather on your father's side. So we're going to release that from your great grandfather and anybody underneath. So your grandparents, and then your parents, and then any children, nieces, nephews, cousins, if you have children. So let's release all of that. And then with the inner child work, I suggest you do some work visualizing your having a conversation with your inner child, holding their hand, soothing them, and maybe taking a nice little walk through the woods with you being there and helping her be safe, and you interacting with the fairy realm and she be behind you, but feeling fully safe and supported. All right, so let me just make sure that cleared from getting that cleared, Caroline. Okay, Marina's looking for a job in Norway. So if anybody knows any jobs in Norway, Marina would be a great employee. So, okay. Wonderful, Caroline. All right, so I'm going to look to see if there's anything energetically that can help Marina get the exact right job in Norway. All right, so let's see this. So this is an odd one, Marina. So this is my list that talks about emotions, sensations, and behaviors. And it just says too serious. And it's from when you were about 9. And so what I take this to mean is when you were just a wee young one, 9, you were very serious, not very childlike. And you hang on to that seriousness. And it's harder to go with the flow, which I think is important. So let's release the too seriousness. And I'm thinking that will make it also easier to follow your intuition. All right, Renee, adding Susie to the list. Throat issue. All right, so let's do our next healing pulse. So all of you who have physical or emotional things going on, the physical is pretty easy. You just place your hands where you've got it. So all of you with leg issues, or if you can't reach physically where you've got it, imagine your hands there. If you have emotional things going on, like the anxiety, where do you feel the anxiety? Like for me, anxiety often comes in the pit of my stomach. But for some people, Maybe their throat gets dry, their chest gets tight, they feel sick. So that's wonderful, Marina. I'm glad you can see that maybe that would be a benefit. All right, so let's do the next healing pulse. So rub your hands together, get the energy flowing, and then place your hands or place your imaginary hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. And just breathe in that energy. And just allow the energy to flow. For those of you who experience greater healing, when you do breath work, I would suggest the box breath, where you breathe in and you hold, and then you breathe out and you hold. Most people do like a count of 4 for each. So if that is helpful to you, go ahead and do that. So as you're breathing in, just imagine the energy going a little deeper, a little further, allowing more and more healing. And as you're breathing out, imagine that you are releasing what needs to be released. Okay, that was our next healing pulse. We will do one more, and then we'll do some other things. All right, so Dora is next. Dora's got high sugars. So, Dora, has anyone ever told you that there is a spiritual reason why people have diabetes? And of course, I don't have my book right here. And it's that you have lost you have a lack of joy in your life. And so for me, I could pinpoint exactly when my diabetes was triggered. It was a pretty dark time. And so part of it is reflecting and figuring out how to find your joy, how to get back to it. But you need to do that before physical damage has been done. But let's see. And if there's just one thing that you could do to change this, I would love that. But so far, for me, it's been many, many things. And I've paid a lot of other healers to help me and haven't had much luck. But I think I'm getting closer. So let's see. So I'm going to see if I can find the event that triggered this, okay? Sorrow. But let me see what an age. 17. So somewhere 16, 17, 18. And that's sort of a tough time, because a lot of people have sorrow because they're leaving, high school, and there's oftentimes lots of changes, and they miss their life and have sorrow for what they left behind. But it could be something else totally different. That's just sort of a thought about the ages. But let's go ahead and clear sorrow. Okay, I'm getting that released. All right, next, space for grace. And she has stiffness and aches from much of her leg. Is that both legs, Grace? So let's see what else. All right, so I got a word. I don't know how it fits, so let's see. So it's sluggish. Let me get an age, and maybe this will make sense to you. So I'm getting 19, so like 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there. So was there a time where you just didn't have the energy to move or couldn't move? And so now, because of that, you're stiff and achy? All right, so working to release and remove the energy of sluggish. So that released. All right, so I'm not sure if it's melee or melee. Cool name though. Who has body pain, back and legs, swelling knees. So let's see what comes up for that. I'm looking for underlying reasons. Shame. So shame is a tough one because shame can cause a lot of things. Here's my list. So is anyone familiar with the level of consciousness chart? I know my regulars are. So this is the level of consciousness. So it starts out 700 to 1,000, and then it goes down to 20. And the higher it is, the better. The lower it is, the harder it is. So the bottom row, the 20 level, we've got despising, miserable, shame, humiliation, and elimination. And so whenever you have like the trapped emotion and an event of shame, it brings everything else around. So especially when you have shame, it is in your best interest to work on releasing and healing that event, whatever it was. And I'm not saying it's easy, but if you can work on it and at least lessen it, because it will make your life better. All right, so releasing and removing shame. Let me get an age for you for that, though, too. Nine, so just a youngster. So somewhere 8, 9, 10, something in there. So let's release shame and just support this, okay? And imagine it releasing and letting go. Getting that released. So I hope that makes a difference. All right, Donna. Meniscus in her right knee. So how did you do that, Donna? Did you twist it? Did you fall? So I'm getting there is an emotional component to it, and it's mistrust. You are welcome. I hope that helps you, Melly. All right, so mistrust for Donna around, let me get an age on this. 29, so somewhere 28, 29, 30. Mistrust. Female that you mistrusted. So let's release the energy of that. Releasing and removing mistrust for Donna. All right, next is Joan. Joan is working to discover what she loves, her next passion, and I'm excited for her. All right, so let's see what that is that can help her. Because what I want to do is release any roadblocks to her finding that. All right, so we are going to remove taken for granted. And I could see why though that energy, those emotions could have the power to block you discovering something you're passionate about. So let's release taken for granted. Let me get you an age for that, Joan. Yes, that makes sense though, doesn't it, Joan? 23, Joan. So let's release and remove that. So releasing and removing taken for granted. Do you feel the power in that, Joan? Yeah, I'm excited for you. Cool. Got chills. All right, Lorna, right ear. You are welcome, Dora. All right, so Lorna, right ear. You're welcome, Joan. All right, Lorna, I'm getting the word sickly and then around age 14, so somewhere 13, 14, 15. So I'm not getting that being sick physically caused the ear issues, but there was something emotional about being sick that has something to do with your ear issue. So I'm going to go ahead and release the energy around you being sick when you were a teenager, because somehow that's connected. I don't exactly understand why, but let's go ahead and release that. So support me in releasing this. And if you know how to clear things, help me clear. Because as I mentioned earlier, there's religious stuff. Okay, good. So if you can, imagine as, as an adult, looking back as you as that, oh, just a baby. I mean, 14, so young to be sick. So imagine the energy of the sickness, imagine it lifting. Because there's just some type of energy about the emotions of that time. So if you can you let that go? I know how serious this is, but there's just something connected. So I'm going to work on clearing and work on, if you can clear, but also supporting me in clearing. Okay. All right. I've got it released, so let me know how you're doing. I don't know if it... Play around with your ears. See if you notice anything shifts. All right, Jane. Jane's got a medical procedure like tomorrow, right? And she's very nervous. So I've got one more healing pulse, Jane. I want you to use that on being so nervous. And it's the word sour. So let's find an age and see if that makes sense to you. So I don't know if there was a time where you just sort of, there's like a word sour puss. I don't know if that is related to this. Because when I think of like the word sour, well, thank you, Carolyn. Oh, good, Lorna. That is a nice thing to tell me, Lorna. Thank you. All right, so Jane, let me see what age. "26." So somewhere 25, 26, 27. So when I think of it, I think of like a older woman, where they're sort of like mouth is sort of a scowl, sour, like they're like sucking on a piece of like super sour candy, and they're just sort of bitter. So I don't know if there was something around that time that put you in just sort of a sour mood. Does anything come to you, Jane, for that? Or because it was every once in a while I get something that isn't like ours, that's someone else's that was close to you, but I'm getting this was connected to you closely, Jane. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and work on clearing it. And Joan can help too. And you can clear too, Jane, if you remember how. All right, so releasing and removing sour. All right, star is next. Okay, so that released. All right, so star wants to work on peace in her job, and she's got a new home, so I think that's a great thing to have peace in your home and just be able to come home from work and just feel calm. So I'm getting that there's some worry about something. All right, so RS Fitness, I'm adding you to the list. Sissy, you are right after Star, so you got one more person. So RS Fitness, you got vision issues. Amethyst Woo, that's a cool name. Lungs. Okay, so we're still working on Star, who's looking for peace in her new home and at her job, but she's got some worries. And this is recent worries. So the problem is, if they're recent worries and I try and clear, they may or may not clear because they're like now. Older stuff are often easier to clear because we're sort of done with it. But recent stuff, which may be why Star has asked about this, because she's got worries. So with this, so I will try to clear, but being that they're current worries, I don't have high expectations. But what are you doing for self-care to deal with your worries? I am not a meditator, so just know that when I ask, do you meditate? It's because I see value in it for other people, but I'm a bad meditator. I practice more mindfulness. I also am a Reiki practitioner, Reiki teacher. Reiki can have amazing effects on people. And if you're not familiar with it, I have Reiki videos on YouTube. And there's a YouTube playlist for Reiki where I compare different types of Reiki and different things. So that might be something to try. And then maybe start with that, start light. But part of it is you're bringing your worry home. And so you're bringing it in. So let's go ahead. Yeah, meditation's not easy for most people. When I do meditate, I generally do guided meditations, and I find someone that I like their voice. I like how they phrase things. But, you know, you need to find something that works, and not everything works for everyone. So there's a few suggestions there. All right, so I'm going to imagine that your worry is lessening, sort of like an ice cube would lessen when it's warm. Yes, Caroline, a big part of it's finding people who you can sometimes tolerate. You know, sometimes people just bother me with meditations or sometimes even woo-woo things. So you got to really like how they are. You know, do you connect with them? You know, because not everybody connects with everyone. Not everyone thinks I'm a helpful person tonight. But, you know, it's finding the people that you connect with. And I believe there's someone out there that can probably help you, Star. So I think just look and experiment, try Reiki and see if that helps you. You know, Reiki doesn't help everyone either. So, but I do like the mindfulness topics. That's really helpful. So, Caroline, do you remember? Ooh, Joan's got some good suggestions. Thank you, Joan. Perfect. Yes, Summer McStravick. She used to do a lot of stuff with walking meditations. Yes, Joan. Wonderful. All right, Sissy is next. Sissy's got leg issues. Let's see. Nice. That might be something, Star, if you love nature. Trees can be so amazing, especially if you could find a bench close to a tree and just sit next with your back aligned with the tree. And if you can find like a grounding meditation, that's one of my favorite things. All right, so Sissy, your sisters are going to laugh about this. So it's whining. Let me get an age. Yes, Valer's got this amazing singing bowl. All right, so whining, Sissy, let me get an age and maybe something will come to you. So I'm getting around age 30, so somewhere 29, 30, 31. But it's some type of event that you must have been whining about. But some of that negative energy sort of stuck with you, as you're whining, which I'm sort of a whiner myself at times. Yeah, and the sisters are commenting. So let's release whining from Sissy, because also when you have these as trapped emotions, you are more likely to perpetuate it. So it's good to release things. So releasing and removing whining from Sissy. And next we've got Patsy, who's got a toothache. Yes, we all whine, but we don't all get called out in front of a room full of people. So we love you, Sissy. All right, Patsy, toothache. Let's see if there's something energetically we can do. And I'm getting yes. Although, again, I go back to that oil pulling. So although I have a hard time using coconut oil, I just don't like the texture unless I melt it first. All right, Patsy, I'm getting self-abuse. So self-abuse is sort of when you are extra hard on yourself, you chew yourself out. Let me get an age on this. Around 19, so somewhere 18, 19, 20. So let's release and remove self-abuse. That might be part of it, though. If you keep things in, sometimes they expand. So maybe that's why you've got leg issues. You need to let it out. Yes, it's much easier. In the past, because I don't like the texture for coconut oil, I've even done basic vegetable oil, which is not as healthy, but it still was just as effective when I had a toothache. So, but it's always better to do higher quality oils. All right, so Patsy, releasing and removing self-abuse around 19. Okay, let's see. So we probably have another 10 minutes or so, and we're going to finish up here. I've got 3 more people on the list, and then we're going to do another healing pulse, and then we'll do aura strengthening. And then I want to talk about my latest little thing that I'm going to experiment with. All right, so Arlene, you're going to be the last one. Back and shoulder. All right, and then just so you know, we'll do another show Sunday evening, 7 p.m., Facebook Live only. And for those of you on YouTube, if you put drawing in the comments, I'm doing a free total brain blank, automatic writing. Don't expect me to write a book, maybe a short paragraph, because I'm just doing it bit by bit by bit. All right, so Renee for Susie. Susie's got some throat issues. Lack of control. Let's get an age. All right, I'm getting around 28. So somewhere 27, 28, 29, Susie. So we're going to release and remove lack of control. You are welcome, Patsy. Okay, I'm getting that released for Susie. All right, RS Fitness has vision issues. So let's see. So this one. Getting violence. Let me get an age. Maybe this will make more sense for you, RS. Let's see. I'm 23. So somewhere 22, 23, 24, violence. So, and this could be considered, someone, having violence against you or you against someone else, but it's the energy of violence that's within you. So let's release and remove that. Somehow it's connected to the eyesight. So, and there is something else too. What is it that I've been seeing lately on YouTube where they, people using castor oil for their eyes? You might want to do a search on YouTube for castor oil and eyes, because I've been seeing that lately. And just look into it. All right, so I'm getting that released. All right, amethyst woo, lungs. Let's see. So I'm getting the sensation of longing. Good. I hope that helps. You're welcome, Sissy. Rudy, my cat, is here knocking things off the table. Come here, you. All right, let's see what else. Thank you, Donna. That's helpful. All right, so amethyst woo. Okay. Get an age for amethyst woo. $24. So somewhere 23, 24, 25. You're welcome, Susie. All right, so releasing longing from amethyst woo. And then we've got Arlene next. She's our last person. Then we're going to do a healing pulse. All right, Arlene's got back and shoulder issues. Rudy's being a little devil. Heartache, Arlene. Let me get an age. Around 25. So 24, 25, 26. So releasing and removing that. Great, Patsy. I hope that helped. All right, so next, a couple things. So for those of you who are new, I generally do like a commercial, but I've been away for a little bit, so I'm not prepared. I have a newsletter that was supposed to come out yesterday, and it did not. But here's what I'm working on that some of you signed up for. Let me just see if I can get it to come up without crashing everything. Because of all my videos that I've been working on, it says my computer is full because videos take up a lot of space, which is just sort of appalling to me. All right, so let me see. Let's see if I can get it to come up. Oh, here it is. So in my newsletter, I explain this more. I am doing what I call a beta test, working with emotional trauma and self-hypnosis. And with this, I hope to improve self-esteem, confidence, goals, and motivation. And to do this, you need to donate something, or you need to be a past client for within the last 6 months. And so if you've already contacted me, the next thing that you'll need to do is show up on November 12th at 7 p.m. We're going to work on releasing emotional trauma that will help improve self-esteem, confidence, goals, and motivation. And then we're going to talk about the things that you need to do to prepare for the self-hypnosis. This does have a high time commitment. The self-hypnosis piece is like 26 minutes. And there are things that you'll need to do during the self-hypnosis mentally to help it along. Now they say, because I haven't done this before, so this is why it's a beta test. They say that it takes a month of doing the self-hypnosis for changes to occur. But I'm really curious that if we do all this prep work, like releasing emotional trauma, and you guys as the client also do a lot of preparation if it takes less than that. So that's my motivation, is because I'm doing more and more hypnosis things. And so that's part of it. And so this information is going to be in my free newsletter that should come out in the next couple days. And so if you are not getting my newsletter, generally the most you'll get it is a month if you just want the newsletter. If you want to be informed of events, the most you would get would be, if I have an event every week, then you get 4 in a month, but I don't have that many events. So if you want to know more about that, sign up for my newsletter, and it's through MailChimp. So let's do our next healing pulse. So a lot of you had some physical things going on tonight. I want you to send the energies to wherever you're working on. So a lot of you had leg, knee issues, with ear, eyes, any emotional issues. Jane, like your nervousness, where are you feeling? Where are your nerves? Valerie, you're probably not going to put your hands over your legs, but you're going to energetically put your hands on your legs so that your entire leg receives the energy. So rub your hands together. And place your hands where you want to receive the energy. If you can't reach where you need to, just imagine. And then imagine my hands on yours. And just breathe in that energy. and be open and allowing the energies to flow. Just breathe that in. Okay, that was our third healing pulse of the night. Let me know how you did, especially you newbies, that was your first healing pulse. The healing pulse is my own adventure, my own invention. And it's an adventure. But it's a combination of my personal healing frequencies called Shambhala. And although I've got more energetic training than that, it's the energies are just those two, but they're my strongest. Everybody sleeping? That is not surprising. Okay, let's do okay, so let's do the aura strengthening. And if Amanda's still here, I really think this will help you, because part of it is you've got anxiety from the outside. And I think part of that is because you're empathic. And many of you here tonight are empathic. So I'm expecting that the aura strengthening can help you. So with this, you can use the healing pulse energy, or you can use your own frequencies. And I highly encourage you to start working with your own energies and get used to it. So with this, I want you to rub your hands together until they're warm. If you decide you want to pull in healing pulse energy, just say that in your head. Just say, I want the healing pulse energies. Otherwise, if you're only going to work with yours, then you just keep doing this. And then start sending the energy out to your aura. So with this, you want the energy to flow out, and imagine that wall of your aura getting thicker and stronger. So think about it. What does stronger look like for you? You know, some people, when they do shielding, they imagine like a coat of armor. Like with me, I typically imagine like a bubble. And then I always put like a hint of reflectivity. So if someone is spewing negativity, it bounces back to them. And that's one of the most important things. And so something that I also like to add, so you're beaming out to your aura. Is there something on the inside that you really want to work on manifesting? So like some of you want healing. Star wanted peace. So I would suggest Star. So you're beaming out to your aura and your outside is strengthened, but let's fill up your inside with peace. And then for those of you working with healing issues, what if you filled up the inside with healing frequencies? Almost like taking a healing shower, you know, because you've got the whole thing just full of energy. So keep sending. So I'm thinking about the Sunday night thing. Do you want to do the same thing or should we do something different? I'm thinking we'll do good luck, bad luck button. That's my favorite. I haven't done that for myself in a while. But if I have special requests, let me know. Or maybe we should do like a little guided meditation kind of thing with energy. So let me know if you have any special requests. I'm thinking Sunday evening, 7 p.m. I will put it out on Facebook. We'll only go through Facebook, not my streaming service. And then we shouldn't have any trouble at all because that's easy. Part of me using the streaming service is because of YouTube. All right. And so did everyone who wanted to put in the drawing, put drawing in the comments? So I will pick one tonight. And then I will reach out to although we'll have to see if I have any trouble getting. I've mainly done this through Facebook, which is fairly easy for me to contact people. But this will be my first time doing it with YouTube. So we'll see if I have trouble contacting the winner. Hopefully not, unless, let me see. Let me see if it'll let me do it right now. That might be sort of cool, huh? Okay, so I just need to find the link. And then it will pick one for me. Okay. Hang on just a moment. I know it appears I'm not very tech friendly or tech savvy, but sometimes I am. Okay. Hang on. I'm hoping I don't get feedback because I'm on that channel. I just need to get to the right account. Almost there. Fingers crossed, you're the winner. Okay. Healing by Summer. Come on. It's having some trouble. There we go. All right, live. Okay. All right. Going to the random picker. 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 Oh my gosh, that's going to drive me. Okay. All right. Now I just got to get logged into the random picker. Okay. putting in the... Okay. All right. Now I just got to get logged into the random picker. Okay. Putting in the... Okay. All right. Now I just got to get logged into the random picker. Okay. Okay, I think it pulled up. Because that's why I've got a duplicate. Okay, now we'll see if the random picker picked. Okay, switching accounts. App not active. Oh, shoot. Login failed. Okay, I'm going to have to go in it by myself alone. So, on that note, I need to log off or I'll cause more chaos. Opening another window, getting lots of feedback. But if nothing else, if I can't reach whoever wins, hopefully they'll show up Sunday night, 7 Central. Oh, and Marina, we've got daylight savings on Saturday night. So just so you know, for those of you not in the US. But thank you, everyone. It was fun. I could have done without the technical issues. But as I said, you get free stuff. So I hope everyone had good healings. And that I see you again. I'll be here again December 1st. But again, Sunday evening. It'll be on the Facebook page too. So hope you have a good night. Bye.